Day.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 325, Nasdaq up 59, S&P's up 24. Gold contract up $1.70, trading $18.87 an ounce. Get silver down 9 cents, $24.67 an ounce. Light sweet crude up $1.22, $41. 32 cents a barrel, notes and bonds. The 10-year flat, 138.02. 30-year down 9.6 at 171.29. And King Dollar down 54 ticks, trading 92.702. Euros at 118. The yen is at 104.58. And the British pound's at 131 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Good Monday morning. It's deja vu, man. Monday morning, vaccine news, market trades higher, and last week it took until 4 p.m. to give back all the gains that we got off the vaccine, and today we did it in 20 minutes.
Yes, it's pretty amazing. There's no doubt. If you look at Moderna, folks, the bottom line is that the release they come out with is phenomenal.
It is.
And they sell it off.
Yeah, I think
it was going, even when I listened to your show, in 5 days, they just went from, 73 to 95 anyway. So it's like, okay.
Yes, Moderna, because they came out with the fact that they had enough data to do the interim analysis last week.
Yes.
We knew this was coming. And I believe I even heard somewhere that they were expecting that Moderna was going to have similar data to what after Pfizer. Somehow, maybe it was Lee.
Yeah, they're both the RNA deal.
Now another cool factor of this one is the storage,
yes.
right? Did you see that it can be stored in basically a refrigerator for 30 days?
Right, and that's really intense because the other one is minus 90 degrees. I'm not sure if Fahrenheit or Celsius, but it's a monster number.
Yeah, it's almost like a cryo storage. The other one, right?
Right.
So in terms of ease of distribution, all that stuff, and then the fact that no severe cases among people who got the vaccine compared to 11 people who got the placebo got a severe case.
I know. That's pretty intense, man.
And that would be the next thing. It's like, efficacy of preventing it, and then even if you do get it, it's a mild case comparable, hopefully, to the flu or even less, right, compared to so we'll see, but it continues to be encouraging. Now the race is on, man, to get it produced and get it distributed. But 94.5%. The hope was 50, 60, 70%. The end is on the horizon. But it's and this is where, depending on who you ask, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. That seems to be the guesses, right? Really, estimates that people can put on when this thing becomes rapidly available and when normal life can resume. 3, 6, 9, 12 months. And that's how slow or fast this. And that's, I think, why you see these huge spikes.
The good news is that the clock keeps going.
I agree.
Yeah.
And you back things up 8 days ago, and people were still writing articles, rightfully so, saying, listen, some scientists say this may be around forever. Nobody should probably be writing those in the last 7 days, which is pretty cool in its own right, that the end is coming. It's coming quick, man. So hopefully they get it done.
Yeah. And it was minus 60 degrees, one of the targets to tell us. Thanks, Steffi. Celsius.
Just minus 60.
I know,
Celsius.
exactly.
Celsius.
Pretty intense. Let's take a look at some of the higher volume equities, and we'll see whether they get any volume in this market out here today. You got Carnival. It's a lead dog up. That's up 325. 125. Let's see. We got, this is wild. So Home Depot's buying HD Supply. And you know what's so wild about this, Tom, is that they spun HD Supply off 10 years ago.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah. And so it's pretty Home Depot to buy former unit HD Supply in a $9.1 billion deal. It's bring the baby right back into the family, I guess, HD Supply is just a huge logistics company, basically, that gets in the middle of evidently everyone. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And, so bottom line is that HD Supply got a nice bump, no doubt. We closed at, 44. It's trading up 10.5 bucks.
Nice.
I know.
And we get, do we get earnings? Sorry, I was looking. I know we get Target, we got Walmart. I thought we might have gotten Lowe's or maybe even Home Depot.
Let's see. You got Home Depot.
Yes,
the 17th.
Yeah.
What day is
Yeah,
it?
I thought so. Tomorrow.
Yeah, before market
So
tomorrow morning.
before the market, yeah.
Well, the market likes even this deal because evidently they're not paying too much for it because Home Depot's up $2.57.
Yes.
So when you have the company that's going after the other company, many times, folks, the bottom line is that that trade's lower, and in this particular case, not there. Let's go look at Lowe's too. So let's see, Lowe's.
These two stocks, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Powerhouses.
I know, man. Yeah, they're coming out the 18th before market.
Okay.
Yeah. So 17th
Home Depot
and 18th.
Tuesday before the market and Lowe's Wednesday before the market. Yeah, and we also get, since we're talking about, I had it up there, we get Target, I believe. This week, when do they come out with their numbers?
Oh, look at that. Late trade right at its highs, too. Beacon.
Yeah, we also get Walmart tomorrow at some point. And Kohl's tomorrow at some point.
Okay. Oh, tomorrow's a big retail day then. Yeah.
Yeah. Just jump in. So, and then we get, the rest of this week just round out TJ Maxx, Macy's, Ross, Foot Locker, so Target, Walmart. Yeah, retail. We're going to find out a lot about those retail earnings and probably what they have to say about coming into Christmas, too.
Yes. It almost seems like the people that are getting business seems to be getting it on a steady basis. And it's like, I don't know how much more stuff people are going to buy for Christmas. Like, they already got everything. You know what I mean? But I'm sure there's plenty that's just,
I'm going to do everything I can online, man. Outside of that, yeah, Walmart, Target, Amazon online. Can do everything online, man. The acceleration, I said, it's just, yeah.
Let's go over to that oil market. So CL, let's get some movement out here this morning again.
Sure does.
Up $1.29.
Some of these pullbacks, man, for trading, it's quick, man. Even
it is. It's particularly.
Still a strong move, but same thing with the markets. It gave up almost $1, which for crude in like a half hour.
No, there's no doubt. So, yeah, we'll see. This almost looks like it's just testing. You're going to try to test the highs of last Wednesday. That's 43. It gave it up last time.
I always put on this chart, man, that 4105 area since the beginning of June, and it's crazy. It's going to be the beginning of December soon. So 6 months almost we've been basing, just oscillating right around that area, and that's that same area we're dealing with, man, that the cliff fell off of back in March. And so until that thing really breaks away, and you almost went down there when you were dealing with in November, but this vaccine news kind of pushed it right back to this low 40s level.
And what's intriguing, folks, is that with this vaccine news, what these markets are actually doing, the S&P and the Dow, is trying to test the highs of last Monday. Yeah. And if you're a bull, you don't want that seen because you're not going to get the volume. So we'll see how that shakes out. In both cases, they were spike highs, that's for sure.
Because it really doesn't change the world. Like you could say last Monday's really did change the world. We found out we had a 90% effective vaccine. That's kind of all you need if you get it disseminated. Yeah, this one's another one. That's a good thing. It's a little bit easier. That's a good thing. But the change from last week to this week, and we're still under those levels, we'll see.
Yeah, no doubt. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's up 338. You get the Nasdaq up 54. S&Ps are up 26. Let's go take a look at this natural gas contract, Tom. So, active contract out here. I got 276. This is 20 minutes delayed. Oh, look at this. It broke. Interesting.
That's right where it's sitting, 275, 276 right now.
Okay, so you're going to break lower. If you're looking to buy this, I wouldn't be buying it right here, that's for sure. I mean, this can go down to 266 now. Yeah, the swing low is 266. I wonder what happened here, man. That's quite a move, man. Let's see. Well, it doesn't really say. You know, it's interesting though. Last night I saw something with the aspect of how much China is just using nuclear power and hitting the natural gas market in general. Yeah.
I saw something about NASA wanting to build a nuclear reactor on the moon today. It could have been total clickbait, but I swear I saw a headline for that article anyway.
What was it?
It was that NASA wants to build a nuclear reactor on the moon. I shouldn't even say that because it could have just been a nonsense article, but it's amusing nonetheless. I said, oh, okay. And I just scrolled past the internet. Gotta love it, man.
Yeah. Let's go over to the gold contract. So gold had quite a price spread out here today, folks. And I'm sure that, when people are looking at the market, it's like, we get a rerun of last Monday. But as we were just talking about, last Monday had the real juice in it, and it went topside, never looked back. Gold got down to 1861 today and rejected lower price. So this is going to be interesting watching this shake out. It's inside, the lower range. I want to see gold actually inside, like 1908, 1919. The GDX. That rejected lower price today, too. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then the dollar hasn't been able to hold price again. I know you were talking about the dollar in the program. Were you talking about that Citigroup downgrade?
No, this one was, I still have it up. I think it was Morgan Stanley. Where are they?
Yeah, and Citigroup. Look at this one. If this ever flies, Citigroup is saying the dollar is going to go down 20% this coming year.
So this one was Morgan Stanley saying, go risk on, trust the recovery in 2021. And, you know, they one of the things I saw in here was, patient, right? Patient, especially in commodities. And fundamentally, I agree with it completely, man. I went over on my program how it kind of is a similar mentality to why I like Disney so much, maybe Uber. It's like they're kind of a commodity, man. Disney, there's no other Disney, you know what I mean? There's Uber controls that, but they're dealing with, you know, hell in a handbag, man, oil, stuff like that. If you have patience, things come roaring back, and we're seeing it happening, man. We're seeing it happen in oil, you know, the airlines, stuff like that. But that was Morgan Stanley. But you talked about their calls, and they have them down here, 3,900 in the S&P, and they talked about 1.45% in the 10-year, a yield, and the dollar weakening by 4%. And they had gold weakening to 1825 from 1950 in their forecast.
That's interesting. So they have the dollar weakening and gold weakening.
I had to double check myself as I said those numbers because, but that's what they got going on there. It's an interesting time, man. A lot of things. Yeah, the normal relationships not always.
And so Citigroup, okay, they're looking for it to get
20%.
20% now. And also, folks, let me show you this, because this is when I started the gold report. On a path experience from the early mid 2000s. This is when, if you want to see this, watch this, folks. This is when the dollar, when I started the gold report, the dollar was at 121. It had just retested that area. And when you see this, it's like, okay, so how many years? I got to go back 25 years. That's a trip. Oh, my God. There she is up there. You're going to see the first high. Oh. I know. Isn't this wild? The first high in 2000 was 121.02. The next high, and that's when I basically started that, was 120.51. And this thing, if we ever get that, let me tell you something, man. That drop down there was, like, so severe. We went from 120 in 2020 down to 80 and 4 years.
Yeah.
That's
almost 2 years.
There's a 2 year. Oh my, yeah, it's 2 years. Oh, my God.
Yeah. In 4 years, you almost went all the way down to 70.
Yeah. And so now watch this. This is what's pretty cool. If you're watching Tiger TV, let me do that this way. No, get rid of that one. Get rid of that. What you're going to see in that, this is what I think we've been doing here in the market, is that we've been, if you see the peak that we had out here in 2005, then in 2015, oh my God, I need better glasses.
Yep.
In
January of 2015.
2015, we've been in a higher consolidation, and I think it's building cause to break that area. And
it's about to be 6 years.
Yeah, and if we do break it, you know, it puts game first at 88, and then, of course, it puts bigger game at the lows. So you can see we've been here 5 months at this level.
It is crazy that some of these, how they've consolidated the same, you know, I said crude, right? Crude just skipping along at $41 since that era. Even notes and bonds. They had the huge volatility early on. And then, you know, you're talking about 139.22 is the high. We did have that flash low in June, and we've had a little bit of a break lower recently with these vaccine news. But, you know, you're talking about there was the volatility, and then we were right back almost in April at those levels. So,
yeah, no doubt. Let's go over to Apple. Take a look at Apple out here. So, you know, bottom line, they'll start getting some numbers. We'll see whether it can get any juice. I mean, Apple's going to try to get to the highs of last week, which was that 121 where it gave it up. Microsoft still having a hard time holding price. It was just flat a few minutes ago. Let me see where it is. Yeah, you're up 13 cents.
I mean, behaving pretty well, right? I mean, we just got some amazing vaccine news, and these companies really not giving it up. I mean, you're just in a basing range for all of them since we've had that huge run-up. They all got a little bit ahead of themselves on those kind of peak highs, and I feel like those stocks are just going to need some months to kind of base out. But when you talk about Microsoft's going to be fine. Everybody's still going to use their products, even if they're out partying for 3 months straight once the world opens up. Yeah. Apple, same thing, all that deal. How about those videos I sent you on Apple, right? I wonder if there's a similar over the weekend, you know, that the iPhone, they have these, and you know what?
Yes.
I gotta pay attention better myself, folks. It's, you know, they have videos for you, pictures for you. I think it's part of one of the newest iOS, the operating system.
Okay.
And it takes pictures. Let's say you go to a football game and you got, back when football games were crazy and crowded, and you got 40 pictures plus a couple videos on your phone from one day at the game. Well, Apple knows you got all this stuff. It knows it was an event. It assembles a video. You can choose music and what kind of music you want. Uplifting music. You want they call it different music, and then you got a video with it's pretty cool, man.
It is cool, and they just it does it by itself, right?
It's just in my phone, done. That's in one of the sections of the photos.
Yeah, Apple's
pretty
not
cool.
going away. And then you know what I mean. The bottom line is that as I said to you, I'm convinced now I'm going to get one of those new Apples. And what I never thought about before is that what ends up happening, folks, is that they have the ecosystem for sure. Then it's like, whether it's generational, you say, okay, hold it. I want to get in that ecosystem because I want to communicate more. You know what I mean? So
it is a little bit. You know what I never understand, man? On Android, how they compress all those videos.
I know.
That's a bummer.
As an
Apple user, I'm like, what are you looking at?
Totally.
Yeah.
Sarah, Tommy and I come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 402, Nasdaq's up 77, S&Ps are up 32. And, if we go over to, if you want to see this, these deals are getting done. SPG, let me see. So Simon's property, right? Simon's, folks, is the largest owner of Class A shopping malls. the bottom line, they had a deal with Tubman, and they had the deal, I believe, at $57 or something. Then
I think it was 52.50. That's
Okay,
it.
okay.
I just put, and now it's 43. Right.
Yeah. And let's see. So Tubman.
Nothing like saying, how about an 18% haircut here because things are a little different from how they were when we agreed on that price.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Yeah, so they went for that, folks, instead of having big bills and litigation.
The legal battle,
Yeah.
definitely. Right.
And, Tubman is huge, but you can see how small they are compared to Simon. So Tubman was taking in $514 million a year, and Simon takes in $4.5 billion a year.
Okay.
And I gave you both bad this year, so the down
Yes.
years.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's pretty intriguing. Let me see where they specialize in. So they...
Like you said, they're happening just at a different price, yeah.
Yes, exactly. So let's see. Regional. So they're into regional centers. I just don't know whether they're Class A or Class B ones. Super regional malls with 990.
Wow.
955.
Almost 1 million square feet each, yeah. Yeah, they got the Gap, Forever 21.
Yeah, 90% of it's. So you can see if you're talking a longer term deal and you can get the financing. Bottom line is that people are biting. It's just a matter of what price you're biting at.
And that's what happened with LVMH and Tiffany's too, right? They said we're not doing it.
Yeah.
They came out, they made a deal at a renegotiated price after flinging some pretty serious accusations in terms of, Tiffany's just tanking the company during the COVID holding period or whatever it is. But they're like, you know what? We'll still take the company, though. Just give us a discount.
Right. And, many times, folks, okay, when you see the initial buy, you really should take the money because I've seen it over and over again that let's say that the stock, you're going to buy at $70. So the stock goes to 68. Then it stays at 68, a couple points below it until it happens. If it doesn't happen, bottom line, it goes 68. Let's say it was 58. It goes right down to 58.
Yeah.
So it's intriguing for a couple dollars. I see people stay and it's like, okay.
You at least want to make the decision. Would I initiate the trade at this point? Which a lot of people they might try and convince themselves that they would, but you really want to try and reassess and say, would I really put the money in right now out of my checking account? Or you know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah.
Would I make this wager 1,000 times in a row? Not do I hope to get lucky once, right? You want to be able to try those scenarios. Over a large sample, am I going to be profitable? Sometimes it might make sense in this world. COVID, man, not making sense at all for those small margins when things might be able to change. And the market's correctly assigning the probability of that occurring, right?
Right.
So unless you know something more than the market on that case, you got to be aware that anything's possible, man. It might seem like a certainty. You never know. If it was certain, when some deals are certain, and they're really certain, they're trading like literally a few pennies away from it happening, right?
Yeah.
If it's a couple dollars away, there's bright people in the market that have recognized there are risk factors that have to be factored in. That's all.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And it's intriguing right now watching this market because, it's like, what do you have next for me? Well, the way this market's trading, it looks like next, somehow we're going to get some kind of stimulus. I'm not sure whether the market's saying, okay, I can wait for a couple months or not, because it's like, okay, we had the spikes, but the market's holding, and, bottom line is you still have to ramp this market up. So, like, where's the next kind of cash come from? Well, it looks like the Dow is, saying, okay, I'm going to get fed.
Yeah, they're all getting
when I'm going to get fed. Yeah.
How is everybody getting fed, man?
Because believe me, I know.
Everybody's been getting fed since March 23rd. Or,
Right.
you know what I mean? Not everybody, but the big ones had been getting fed. So now what? The big dogs are getting fed today. Well, everybody else gets fed too? Where's that? That's not quite how.
There's no doubt. In Google, this baby, for all its, troubles with the ECU, the bottom line, man, this thing just continues to want higher price.
Yeah.
You're up $15. You're at $17.92. We get over and we take a look at Amazon. That's still in that consolidation. Amazon down $8.80. Amazon looks to me like it's going to go after this swing low of $28.71. It's been here for a long period of time. It's staying. What it's doing, it's staying at the lower end of this consolidation. And with this type of good news, the bottom line is that, Amazon doesn't have to go higher, but if people have cash they're going to be spending, some of it's going to go on Amazon for sure.
I mean, just to bring it back, right? It's like I got the heat map up here again for the S&P 500.
Yeah.
And, there's very few companies that are lower, man. I was even just jumping around, saying, all right, the airlines are up big. The economy opening back up trade is up big, right? But, I mean, you barely have these tech stocks. They're not even in negative territory. So how does that, when the tech stocks all accelerate higher, Amazon's 0.2% away, Microsoft is positive 0.2% away. We just talked about Apple's up more than a full percent right now. And then you have stocks like Lowe's that's up 1%. You have Home Depot up 0.7%. You even take like Restoration Hardware, right? They're up 3.5%, man.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's, as opposed to those stocks especially, I mean, Restoration Hardware, man, this company is just bananas in terms of $73 to $422, man. Pre-COVID, you were at $250. So that's kind of my point. Like, hold on a second. This stock is one that has gained tremendously over affluent people having the money to spend the money on their second home, their first home, whatever it is. Restoration Hardware, super expensive company in terms of the broad spectrum. And yet it's up today when vaccine news is sending airlines higher and stuff like that. So just watch those correlations, because that one doesn't quite gel in my head. And that's a really strong company, no matter what. But if all the vaccine news is that airlines are opening back up and all that stuff, how are the companies like Lowe's, Home Depot, Apple, Restoration Hardware, And now one thing that is going on is that it's retail earnings week, and sometimes these stocks trade higher ahead, right? Like Walmart and Target probably trading up ahead of their retail earnings coming this week. Maybe the market pricing that in.
And so if we look at Restoration Hardware for a second, there's a 25% short position in this stock, folks. And I have no idea how they've been able to manage this short position, because when you look back, I mean, I forget what the exact numbers are, but it's always been a very high position. And as Tommy just said, what a mind blower here is that if you've ever been in there, stores are beautiful, but the prices are astronomical, man. I mean, I
thought their store at International Plaza in Tampa was a Hilton hotel. No lie, the first time I saw it, because it was so beautiful on the front. I think it was multiple
stores here,
multiple stories right on the front of the mall. Like I was like, did they just put like because there are hotels around that area. You know what I'm talking about, right? So did they just put a hotel? No, that's because the RH, the H actually looked like a Hilton. I thought it was a Hilton. I said, really? Nope, it's Restoration Hardware.
Wow. Dow Industrial's up 412, Nasdaq up 76, S&Ps are up 34. You got gold up $2, silver's down 3 cents, and King Dollar down $1.03. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up 438. We get the Nasdaq up 69. S&Ps are up 35. And folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you are going to see right under featured content. Our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, he's going to be doing a live all-day webinar. This is going to be coming this Thursday, folks. This webinar is going to start at 9 o'clock in the morning, go to 4:30 in the afternoon. Come on over to our website at TFNN. Basil does some outstanding webinars. This webinar here is $295. Bottom line is going to go through the market all day with you. You get his newsletter for the full month. You get all the archives. Basil's done many archives in there, folks, so you can totally understand the Chapman wave, how to ride those waves, all of the above. So check it out right on the front page of TFNN. And you'll be out there growling and prowling with our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. And needless to say, we know that the volatility has not only stayed, but the amount of earnings that we are coming out with retail in particular, Tom, is going to be pretty cool. Just to understand how much are people actually spending now, you know?
And the expectations, they're going to be up there, man, because they've been crushing it, and the market's looking for them to crush it, especially just like I talked about. You know, you have these companies up on a day like today when you've been a straight rocket ship. I mean, a company like Walmart, I just pulled up on a daily, man. You were chopping around between 115 and 120 during COVID. Walmart didn't really have as much volatility as most because everybody knew, even during everything going on, Walmart's going to be one of the companies that has to provide services to Americans. And then it's been a straight rocket ship, though, from 115 in July to 152 today. So yeah, they better have some strong numbers, and Target even more so, man, from $90 to $165.
And you know what I'm wondering about Walmart too? I wonder if they're going to be letting us know how many, like they came out with that. It wasn't a news service, right?
But I think is it Walmart Plus? No, Walmart.
Yeah, it's something like an Amazon, right?
Adds a plus,
that's how many members they have, probably, right?
Yes, for sure. Because I imagine that's going to be a strong competitor, man. Free delivery for food up to, you know, like I think at $35 maybe or something. A bunch of good perks. Gas perks in there as well.
The gas perks have always been big.
Because they have Sam's, which already runs that, right? Sam's has the gas station, you join there. So they're already intertwined a little bit to be offering those services, you know, gas, stuff like that. Yeah.
And then, you know, bottom line is that you go to New York City, and what we're going to see there, you know, you won't see this as much as, well, you can speculate what some of these retail numbers are, but bottom line, these poor restaurants and bars up in New York, they just come out with numbers. They did a survey of 400 downtown businesses in New York City, Manhattan, and it looks like right now, out of the 400, I think it's 30% couldn't afford to pay rent at all. 88% didn't pay their full rent in October. 88. That's pretty intense, man.
Yeah, I don't know how you're staying alive.
And you're coming into the winter.
Yes.
You know, so sad, man. I mean, because it's like, you know.
New York, I have some friends there, just some anecdotal, but I have friends that take the T, are back working in the city. Very few actually are. A lot of New Yorkers working from home still.
Yeah.
With the ability. And so they tell, so Grand Central Station, like a ghost town compared to what it was, right? So even though there's some sense of normalcy, it depends where you're on the country, too. In Florida, man, we've been more normal than most, and we're dealing with some of the repercussions. So, man, I don't know if you saw yesterday. We had almost 10,000 cases yesterday in Florida. But it's it's tough for me to imagine that, right? Because life is somewhat more normal than for the people in New York that are back to work going through a ghost town in Grand Central.
There's no doubt. I mean, over the weekend, I don't think you'd even know downtown St. Pete that there was something going, meaning that we had
That's
COVID.
what I mean. I mean, there's differences. My life is very, very different. Your life is very, very different.
Right.
But when you compare it to some, I see friends that unfortunately, Floridians, man, please be safe. We're seeing dramatically rising numbers. We just got to weather the storm for a period of, 6 months or something like that. So
we're lucky also that there's just so many outdoor spaces. I mean, everything's outdoor.
Listen,
and
there's, just be careful. Social distance, because it's spread. We're very fortunate, but it's reaching a point where it's so many people that you want to be careful who you're coming in contact with, etc.
Yeah, seriously.
It's just it's because I see Clearwater Beach and some of the bars in Florida, man. I see posts on social media of acquaintances, even
Yeah.
Man, it looks like Spring Break '99.
It does.
It brings me back to Cancun or who knows, Key West, whatever it is, right? So everybody's not being as safe as they probably should be right now, and we're seeing it. Yeah.
Dow's hanging tough at up at 404. Nasdaq is up 66. S&P's up 33. Let's go into the Dow. I'm curious is it Boeing? What's really rocking that Dow here? Yep, it's Boeing. Okay, so that's up 6.5%. Boeing's putting 83 positive points into the Dow. Honeywell 35. Disney 34. Only Dow stock basically putting any negative points is Procter & Gamble. That's it's down 1. And you talk about an equity there that also got their act together. So they're coming. Yeah, I mean, Procter & Gamble for a bit. I'm going back 5 or 6 years. Was just going down, 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 and then all of a sudden, guess what? They own the cleaning business, folks. Well, they own quite a bit of businesses. Actually.
They own a lot of businesses.
Yeah,
they do, man. They cover a lot of the aisles in Publix and so forth. Yeah.
Look at that. You go back to 2000. You go back to June of 2018. It's trading at $72, so it's up 100%. Wow, that's. For my big market companies, folks, that can be up 100% in 2 years is like phenomenal. It never happened. It really didn't happen. I mean,
no, I agree. I mean, there's a lot of capital preservation if you find the right company that big. Now, you could say you buy a company like GE for capital, as in those companies can turn over too. But when you find a company that's going to be around, you know what I mean? And then you can have those rewards. Because usually you got to buy a Zoom, right? You got to buy something like that to get 100% bagger. But in this economy, man, even Amazon was at 1,800, 1,700 and change, man, at those lows, okay? That company wasn't rolling over like GE, and you just banged almost a double banger. You're above 3,000. Some investments out there at these lows. It's pretty remarkable.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
Let's go to the copper market. So we get copper moving out here. HG, let's see what we got. HGZ. Yeah, copper one's higher price. You're up 4.5 pennies. Oh, this is going to be a breakout. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So we got 320. Yep, 322. We could have, what is this? 80. Yeah, let me put copper on a continuous contract. You can see this with Freeport-McMoRan, folks. This has been Freeport-McMoRan and Southern Copper has been running higher for quite some time. HG1. How did it do that? 317. Was it actually low? No. 1 second. Let's see. Okay, so I take this HG1, put this on. Oh yeah, so you're going after your 340 high, your 322. I'll put this on a monthly now. Yeah, so this has been intriguing. Yeah, 332 is game.
Gonna be a critical level.
Yeah, you break that. That's going to be a level, man, because we've been trading at that's the top of the range since 2013. You break that, and then all of a sudden you get 449 game, which would be saying, guess what? That'd be saying inflation's going to be kicking in, folks.
I was going to say, what happens to the dollar if that's going on? Too,
yeah,
right?
Stay right, exactly, downtown. Stay right there. Tommy and I come right back.
Back in the day, I joined the Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 419, Nasdaq up 80, S&P is up 35. And one of our tigers in the den there, Tom, Nick from New Jersey, is telling us that many stores are closed at Madison Ave and Fifth. And that's the theater district, folks, okay? And that district being out of business takes a lot of jobs away, man. I mean, the theater's a huge deal in New York.
Sure.
Well,
you think of all the businesses that thrive off, whether it's restaurants, just shops.
Yeah.
The whole deal.
Big. The thing that's not intriguing, but I'd hate to be in that position. Like, do you just try to go along and just make it with 25, 30%? Because as we were just talking about, I believe they're up to 50%, but there's not enough people going in the city anyway to get 50% in there. That's a larger problem. Do you know what I mean? That if you can go somewhere and you can't even fill it then it's like...
For sure, because think about how many people per square foot you could fit in those big office buildings, right? And
right.
Big office buildings, one of the few things that are going to be last to start filling up again, you know?
Exactly.
So it's small offices, yes, you have the ability, you know what I mean? working in the city where there's tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, that's an area that's just not happening, right?
Yeah. Pretty intense.
Yeah, they're saying 6% occupancy in the towers. I believe it, right?
Wow.
Skeleton crew, to say the least. Yeah.
My God. And, with that, if you see, it's interesting, though, guess what? If you're a strong player, SL Green, which is one of the largest builders in New York, their bottom line, they just got financed today to start another building that's going to be ready in 2 years. But that, of course,
like I said, it's happening. 3, 6, 9, 12 months. That's you tell me where we're going to be, and I believe it's somewhere on that spectrum, man.
Yep. Stay right there, folks. We got Think of Swim coming up next. Man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Look at him, folks.